He's just
Okay.
explaining it.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Jesus. Okay, go ahead, Dig. I'm sorry for everything.
Was that directed at me or Ward? Anyway,
Jessica Blanche, appearing on behalf of people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Christina Costantino, appearing with and on behalf of Ms. Sierra Robinson. Ms. Robinson, can you unmute and state your name for the record?
Sierra Robinson.
all right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, this is a date and time set for probable cause conference. At this time, we are requesting that this matter be scheduled for an in-person preliminary exam at the soonest available date, and I would like to address my client's bond.
Preliminary examination in this matter will be set for May 2nd, 2023, 9 a.m., and that is before Judge Perry.
Thank you, Judge. Might I address my client's bond?
You may.
Your Honor, my client's bond is currently set at $2 million with no 10% provision. We are asking for a reduction of that bond. My client's 25 years old. It's my understanding she does not have any criminal history of any kind. She's not presently on probation or parole or anything of that sort. She is pregnant currently. And it's my understanding that she's been having some health issues while in the Washtenaw County Jail related to her pregnancy. We have some concerns that she may not be able to get the appropriate treatment for both her health and her unborn child's health. She does have employment lined up. Should she be released, she would have employment lined up at Kroger. She would be residing in Ypsilanti with her mother. I personally spoken with her mother and confirmed that. Her mother is on dialysis, and Ms. Robinson typically helps take care of her mother tremendously. So she has some family obligations that a lower bond could help her to accommodate as well. She does have a high school diploma, and she does intend to enroll in college sometime in the near future should she be released. It's my understanding, Your Honor, that this warrant was authorized sometime in February. At the time, my client's address was not the same address that was on file with the felony complaint. My clients indicated she never received notice that there was any sort of warrant. And she did come in custody. That was the first time that she learned about the warrant. It's also my understanding there'd be no issue with any sort of no contact order. My client does not have any need to see the complainant in this case. So we would ask the court to consider a bond reduction from the $2 million bond. My client doesn't have any financial means to post even close to a $2 million bond. But we would ask the court to consider a $10,000 bond. And I know that's a significant reduction.
All right, I'll hear from the people, but my understanding is factually, Ms. Robinson's accused of stabbing an individual who was pregnant, and then that individual had to be induced into labor. That's go ahead.
Those are the allegations, Judge. This was a random stabbing at a bus stop. So I have huge concerns for the community. While I sympathize with the fact that the defendant is pregnant herself, she did stab the victim multiple times, and in fact said that when the victim said, "I'm pregnant," she said, "I don't give a fuck. That's why I stabbed your bitch ass." And she was induced and almost bled out on the street. So I would not be okay with any reduction in bond in this case, Your Honor. I believe she's a threat to the community.
And Judge, if I might respond.
Yes.
Your Honor, first and foremost, we dispute those allegations, of course. I'd also indicate the discovery reveals that the complainant did not ever see a knife or any other device which was used to allegedly stab her. And for what it's worth, my client was also injured as a result of this and suffered a miscarriage shortly after the encounter with the complainant. But we dispute that there was ever any sort of stabbing, which is supported by the complainant's own statements to police that she did not ever see any sort of weapon that my client allegedly had.
She didn't see it, or the person that stabbed her didn't have it? I mean, there are differences.
It's my understanding from the discovery that the complainant said she believed she was stabbed, but never saw any weapon, could not describe the mechanism by which
That's-
she was stabbed.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, motion for bond reduction denied. Bond will continue as set. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.